What we're doing today is we're on game rankings. Now you gotta get excited, folks. Jake Paul, the #1 YouTuber, and all the gamers are jealous. They're like, oh, I wish I could be as popular. Here's the thing. We're on GameRankings.com today. I'm going over a list of the highest rated video games so far of 2017 on the PS4. Let's talk about the first one, Nioh. Pure garbage. Okay, I'd rather play Dark Souls, and I don't even like Dark Souls. But the thing is, when you compare Dark Souls to Nioh, they're the exact same, only one is better than the other. Okay, one has the polish to be a really good game, but it isn't just quite yet. And the other, it's like, this is janky. This is crap. This is pure Japan. Anyway, moving along here, Horizon Zero Dawn is of course on this list, and I know everyone's going to sit there and say, Michael, you don't know what you're talking about. Michael, Horizon Zero Dawn, it's a really good game. Well, let me tell you something about that, because you're wrong. If you really sit there and think Horizon Zero Dawn is a good game, you really might need to play a good game sometime soon, because Horizon Zero Dawn is anything but that. I mean, they had this new IP right here, folks, and what do they do with it? They just combined all of the other open world crap into this game and called it a day. I mean, so generic, so cookie cutter. It brought nothing new to the table, and they played it freaking safe. You know why they played it safe? Because that's what sells. And it was a missed opportunity. I mean, folks, I got to the point where you had to climb, the robot dinosaur machine, whatever the hell they're called, tall neck thing, to unveil parts of the map. Really? 10 years ago, that was exciting in these shitty open world Ubisoft games. But now, in 2017, it leaves a lot left to be desired. So Horizon Zero Dawn, it's a pretty looking game, I'll give it that. But no one talks about the gameplay or anything like that or the story. Everyone's like, oh, look how cool this game looks on the PS4 Pro. I'm going to share a screenshot that I took in the photo mode. And that's all they talk about. They talk about graphics. They talk about how visually interesting the game looks. But they don't talk about the gameplay. They don't talk about the story. They don't talk about anything else because it is not a good game. Resident Evil 7, where do I begin, folks? Where do I begin? Resident Evil 7, come on, you gotta get excited because video games are so awesome! Resident Evil 7, I'll give it this. Resident Evil 7 is better than Resident Evil 6. In Resident Evil 6, they tried to cater to, everyone. And because they did that, they lost focus. Okay, they had one campaign with Leon that was trying to cater to the old school Resident Evil fans. Then they had this Chris Redfield shit and this other shit that was pure Call of Duty. You know what I mean? And it's what is this shit? So while I will say that Resident Evil 7 was a disappointment, it was better than Resident Evil 6. But the really bad thing about Resident Evil 7 was that, bro, it brought really nothing new to the table. And it was lacking depth. It was really, really short. It had one enemy type throughout the entire game, in addition to Jack Baker going, ooh, you're in my house, boy. You're trespassing on private property. You know what I mean? It's this is so stupid and silly. And then they made the game to fit within the VR world, so they obviously had to cut back on shit because VR is just a freaking fad. But anyway, Resident Evil 7. And then the DLC. The DLC for Resident Evil 7 is such a joke because you play the DLC, at least the DLC that's out so far as of this recording, you play the DLC, the one where you're trapped in bed and you have to escape, then there's this card game, and it's okay, these are cool ideas, but they're so freaking short. You can complete those DLCs, both of them, by the way, in under an hour. It's so ridiculous. And they charged people, and people ate it up. They were like, oh my god, just see some players, Resident Evil 7. No wonder why the video game industry is in the shitter.